What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona beat Sevilla 4-1 at the Ramon Sanchez-Pizjuan. Huge win. We are back in a league title race officially now, capitalizing on the 1-1 draw yesterday in the Madrid derby. A bit of a carry game, but despite that, winning by 3 goals, scoring 4 goals again. The clean sheet was there for the taking, but we'll talk about that later on. But huge win as we keep on pushing to try and get back in a league title race. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen for you right now. It was Wojciech Szczesny in goal, a back four of Kounde, Araujo, Inigo Martinez, and Alejandro Balde, a midfield three of Pedri, De Jong, and Gavi, front three Lemanyama, Lewandowski, and Raphinha. So you can see the changes are Araujo coming back in the team, Frankie De Jong really cementing himself as a starter, Gavi coming back after that head injury, Inigo coming back after being fully fit and recovered as well. So a few changes here from the typical, I would say, best team Gala 11 on paper. The first goal scored in this match was scored by Robert Lewandowski, short corner taken quickly to Pedri, who finds Raphinha, top of the box, crosses it in, Inigo, header across goal, Lewandowski pokes it in, early goal, perfect. Of course, we conceded right after, it was a bit annoying, but again, that early goal was huge, and again, the sequence for that goal was fantastic as well, scoring from yet another set piece. The second goal scored in this match was scored by Fermin Lopez. Instant impact from the super sub. Simple cross in from Pedri, which beats the entire back line of Sevilla. Both Lewandowski and Fermin Lopez make a great run in behind. Both, I believe, were onside as well, but it was Fermin who connected with the header down onto the ground. Gets in the back of the net. 2-1 lead again, this time early in the second half, as opposed to Lewandowski's first goal in the first half. The third goal that pretty much killed the game was from Raphinha. It was a pass by Kubarsi to the midfield of Sevilla that found Raphinha in space at the top of the box. Rifles one across goal on the weak foot, puts it in. It's a golazo. It is individual brilliance, and this much pretty much cemented the 3 points for Barcelona. 3-1 lead. We were pretty comfortable in that second half, but the individual goal from this Ballon d'Or-esque campaign from Rafa was sublime. And the fourth and final goal was scored by Eric Garcia. Rafa again, simple cross in from a free kick. Another set piece goal in this game for Barcelona. Eric Garcia at the far post, running in behind the entire Sevilla back line. Free header after Denny almost dominated, but he was offside though, so thankfully he didn't touch it. He heads it into the open net. 4-1 lead by 3 massive points. So overall, the team performance rating on the night, I'm be giving it an average 6 out of 10. Look, it was quite a dull performance, I would say, from Barcelona, but a professional one in the sense they got the result in the end. Look, we've been playing a lot of games, playing every other day. We now have a week off, which is going to be absolutely huge. We actually don't play until Monday, so a full week off. But that first half was diabolical. The first half was, I wouldn't say diabolical is a bit harsh. We just were lacking a lot in behind. It was quite evident of what the problem was. That was, of course, Gavi in the 10. And I even tweeted, you can check my Twitter, Barca Boy, I said halftime, Olmo or Fermin has to come in. Either of them would have worked because of how much space Sevilla were leaving in the middle of the park, which Gavi could not exploit because Gavi was dropping too deep. He was dropping too deep. King created that hole in the middle, was just not there to link up that midfield, and the attack, it was missing because De Jong was sitting back, Pedri was sitting in the 8, and Gavi was really holding that area quite well. I don't think he was at fault for, per se, the performance. I just think we were looking a bit lackluster. We had a few chances in behind Lamine yet again, missing too many chances, turning into Raphinha of last season, but they were, of course, too on the volley, a bit too difficult. Second half, looked, we had that change at half time, which was absolutely fantastic, and we looked much better. We looked more like the Barcelona we've seen over the past few weeks. I wouldn't say it was champagne, flick ball in full effect, but it was a good performance nonetheless. That pretty much helped us. I would say the first half was probably a 5 out of 10, second half was a 7, so I've averaged it out to a 6 out of 10. I think it was average over the course of the 90 minutes, but again, professional result, and again, 4 goals scored yet again, and then the clean sheet's not there, which again is very annoying, and it was a high line issue. We'll talk about that in the individual player ratings, but I do think the team performance today was average, and you know what, I can expect that. We've had a lot of games. We just dropped a 5-0 against Valencia in the Cup. We had that 1-0 tight game against Alaves. Dropping, a level down from what we expect isn't too bad, but again, the team is very professional, and they went out there and still got the result. The most important thing was capitalizing on the Madrid derby, and we did that. I didn't really care how we did it at this point. That's how important this game was. I said it, of course, a few weeks ago before the Valencia game in La Liga. Next 3 days, Valencia, Alaves, Sevilla. 3 points, capitalize on Madrid derby because someone was going to drop points. In the end, it worked in our favor. They both dropped points. and we did capitalize. Again, Ramon Sanchez-Pizjuan, very difficult stadium. We have won there, of course, in the past 3 or 4 years, but it's still a very, very difficult stadium. And we saw that after they equalized at 1-1, the team stuck in there and they got the job done. That was the most important thing. But still, the team performance rating for me on the night will be an average 6 out of 10. Let's now get into the players' individual player ratings. This is going to be very, very juicy. We're going to start, of course, with the goalkeeper, Wojciech Szczesny. To be honest, if he got a clean sheet, I would have given him an 8. Again, the clean sheet is not his fault. The goal is not his fault. It's a sweat in the open net. Could not save that, but he made some brilliant, brilliant save. The bicycle from Luka Bayou's chance. He also had that other save in the first half. Commanded the box perfectly well. Did so well with the aerial shots. Had that second half save as well. That was kind of swervy towards him. He punched it away. He had a brilliant, brilliant performance, and it's just more and more evident why he is starting and why he's better than Naki Pena. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation, and we knew this once we signed Szczesny. And after Naki Pena's inconsistency and him dropping stinkers after stinker after stinker, and then making one good save, stinker after stinker after stinker, Szczesny is just consistent. Yes, on his feet, maybe not the best. To be fair, we didn't really see that in this game, but shot stopping wise, he was brilliant today. 7 out of 10. Could have easily been an 8 or a 9 if we just got that clean sheet. And I know it's not really his fault. That's why I gave him that 7, to give him the above average score, to give him that recognition. Into the defensive line in front of him, we'll start with the center backs. Firstly, on the right hand side, it was the captain, Araujo. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Of course, went off with an injury. Gonna be out for about a month with that sprained ankle. So fucking brilliant that. I mean, as per usual, Araujo coming back for a month, getting injured. Of course, the goal we did concede was Araujo's fault. He did not hold the line in the end, and the goal was ruled onside. Look, it's his fault, 100%. And I know I've seen a lot of people say this, and I do agree. Oh, Araujo's just coming in. He needs to learn and to adapt to the high line, which I completely agree with and understand. It's been a month. I mean, it's been a month. He's on fucking 300k a week. Can you not learn a simple transitional play of keeping a high line? I mean, I'm not asking for much here. Keep a high line, pass the ball well. That's all I'm asking for here. 300k a week, I think that's worth it. And he can do both. Yeah, really, the score is really knocked down for the goal conceded. I thought he was also, I mean, he won some good aerial duels. A lot of the aerial balls he won well on his feet. He was meh. It's just really the goal that was annoying. Then that injury as well is kind of annoying, which is, again, not his fault, but just sucks for a player like him. So 4 out of 10, not a good day at the office for him, but we won't see him until the next month, so he'll be rolling on by then. Bloody hell. 4 out of 10 for Araujo from me. Into the other side back, it was, of course, Inigo Martinez. Fucking love Inigo, man. 7 out of 10 for me. I thought he had a superb performance. Of course, got the assist for the opening goal from Robert Lewandowski. On the ground, fantastic. In the air, brilliant. Held the high line to perfection. Again, we saw in the second half, Sevilla scored 1 goal. I think they had 1 chance as well that was ruled offside, and it's all because of Inigo making that sub up, commanding the defense. He is just so good. He's walking right back into this team, isn't he? Because now Araujo's injured, so he really has no competition whatsoever. He is just absolutely underrated. 7 out of 10 from me. Into the fullbacks now. First at left back, it was Alejandro Balde. I will give Balde an average 6 out of 10. Again, it was just like the last game, did alright. I mean, the last game, of course, had that brilliant assist, so that's why he kind of jacked up his rating, but I think Balde put in a shift. Didn't really have too many chances behind. Apart from that first 10 minutes, he was getting a lot of opportunities down there. I think he defended very, very well in this game as well. There's a reason why Flick brought on Gerard Martin and kept Balde on and went to that kind of, makeshift back 3/back 5. But I think Balde put in a decent, an okay shift from what I expect from him. Going forward, could have maybe been a bit better, but I mean, it is what it is. And really, honestly, we're going to go right back straight away. Same thing for Jules. To be fair to Jules, he had that shot, of course, that was that he blasted over the bar in the first half. He had a few chances in behind, overlapping Lamine Yamal. Defensively was okay. Again, it's very similar to Balde. The fullbacks today were pretty much, I wouldn't say nullified, but they were ineffective. I don't know if that was because of how Sevilla were set up or maybe Flick's instructions, but they weren't really getting forward as much as I would expect, putting balls in the area. To be fair, I think Kounde was a bit more involved in the attacking third than Balde was, based on what I do remember from the game, but overall, I still think he was alright, so I will give him a 6 out of 10. Into the midfield, firstly, in the pivot, it was Frankie de Jong. I've given Frankie a 6 out of 10. Honestly, Frankie's 6 out of 10. You could give him a 7. I thought he was, I wouldn't say brilliant, but just standard Frankie de Jong performance. I thought he played really, really well. Got stuck in behind. Transitional play was fantastic. Did give away the ball away once on the counter for Sevilla when it was 1-1. Could have been a goal for them, and he would have gotten rinsed and cooked in the media. Of course, now the media is praising him. He's starting. He's now officially a starter. Contract renewals back on the table. All this stuff. That goal went in. The dynamic would have been completely different. Apart from that one mistake where he gave the ball away in the counter attack, I thought Frankie did alright. I'm seeing him getting a lot of slander online. I don't know what for. Again, if he does shit, I will say he did shit. Again, that counter attack was all on him. If we conceded that corner kick, I still would have blamed him, even though, you know, you could say it was a different phase of play. But I think Frankie did really well and got made some great runs forward, made some great forward passing as well. There's really nothing I can add to Frankie's game than it being a standard performance from him. So 6 out of 10 for Frankie. The other midfielder, of course, his pivot partner is... I am beginning to lose for words. Got an assist, 9 out of 10 for Pedri, and my man in the match. I thought he was absolutely sublime. And I do want to highlight today his work off the ball defensively. He was getting stuck in, getting slide tackles, getting recoveries. I mean, fucking hell. This guy can do absolutely everything. It's just beautiful to watch him on the ball. By far and away the best midfielder in the world. And to be honest, as of right now in his form, it's not even fucking close. It's not. Had a lot of pre-assists, had some assists in this game as well, was involved in absolutely everything, was getting stud tackles on his Achilles and completed 90 minutes. I tell you what, man, he is on something this season, and magical, absolutely magical. 9 out of 10 for Pedri for me, and my man of the match. Final midfield, of course, in the 10 was Gavi. I'm being generous here by giving him an average 6 out of 10. I don't think he played poorly. I just think he was nullified by the way Sevilla did set up in the middle of the park, overloading the you know, kind of the space between the midfield and the attacking line. They overload that a little bit, so Gavi was a bit nullified. That's why he dropped deep a little bit. Don't think he played badly per se. I just think the system wasn't really meant for him in this game. Made some good runs, good tackles. The passing was a bit off from him. He was holding the ball up quite a few times, and that's why I guess in the end he was hooked at halftime. A bit crazy for me that Flick did start him after, you know, the head injury, you know, straight back into the team. I thought maybe he'd bring him on in this game and then maybe start the next game. That would have made a bit more sense. But anyway, wasn't, you know, terrible, but could have been much better. There's a reason why he was hooked at halftime in the end. So the average is at 10 for Pedri. Into the forwards now. First to the left wing, it was Rafa. I mean, this Ballon d'Or season is on to a flyer. Was it 2 assists and a goal in this game? Fucking hell, man. The goal that was the killer was fantastic. Of course, killed the game off. Of course, had the pre-assist across in for Inigo for the header across on Lewandowski. Had the assist for the Eric Garcia goal. Had that chance in the first half as well on his weak foot that he bended that was saved. Was really effective today in the final third. Raphinha, shout out to him, man. He is just an absolute killer this season, and hopefully he can continue. Again, the only real criticism I have of the season is how more decisive he should be. He has, of course, missed some absolute freaking sitters this season, but not in this game. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. 8 out of 10 from me. Other winger, of course, was Lamine Yamal. I will give Lamine Yamal 7 out of 10. Again, same story. Plays well, link up play, build up play, defensive, recoveries. Everything is perfect. Just the final finish needs to be improved. He, of course, had that volley from 2 Pedri crosses. First one he should have scored. The second one, he does hit it a bit. There's also a moment that before halftime where he's dribbling on the right-hand side of the penalty area for Sevilla, does a little cutback shimmy, he tries to do, a classical finish where he tries to roof it near post when Frankie was open for the cutback. He just needs to look at his freaking teammates. Holds the ball up so much. Even the second half, he made this little run where he tried to pass 2 or 3 plays from a Sevilla corner kick. It was a counter attack. I'm thinking pass, loses it, but thank God he gets fouled and the referee blows it. This guy just needs to learn to let go of the ball, especially in tight areas. We don't expect you to be Messi and dribble through 8 or 9 players. Get rid when your space is being closed down. This guy's getting double teamed and triple teamed, and he's still trying to dance around 5 players. Get rid of the ball. Finish your work on your finishing as well. Apart from that, brilliant. And finally up front, RL9 Robert Lewandowski. Give him a 7 out of 10. Feeling a bit generous after this big result. You could definitely argue his performance was a 6 out of 10. Again, he got the goals, credit to him. He's doing his job. To be fair, I don't even think he didn't really get a chance after that goal. Of course, he was right beside Fermin Lopez for the goal that Fermin Lopez scored, which he could have easily scored. Fermin Lopez wasn't there, but didn't really have any too much chance. I thought his whole play was really good. Link-up play was great today as well. Looked a bit more raw and refreshed after that rest he did get midweek against Valencia. Maybe that's actually good for Lewandowski. Maybe resting in some of those midweek games make him look even much better for the weekend. So I thought he would put in a good shift here. 7 out of 10 from me, excuse me. Now for the substitutions. The subs were Pau Cubarsí, Fermin Lopez, Dani Olmo, Eric Garcia, and Gerard Martin. First, Gerard Martin did absolutely nothing, so we'll skip him completely. Cubarsí, of course, played the majority of the game, got an assist. Fucking game changer, man. This kid is, after Lamine Yamal, he is the second most important player for Barcelona. You're probably thinking Pedri is. Of course he is, but I think this team would be absolutely dead without Cubarsí and Lamine. you know, two 17-year-olds that we're relying upon like, oh sorry, 18 now, Kubarsi, an 18 and 17-year-old that we're relying upon like no freaking tomorrow, man. Holy moly, this kid is unbelievable. So you can see how Araujo was struggling, right? Kubarsi comes in, it was just like a light bulb went off and all the links, all the connections were together. This kid is just ridiculous on the ball, in the defensive recovery, he's holding up the line. Phenomenal. Fermin Lopez, of course, came in, got the goal, brilliant, got a red card as well. It was a clear red. It does kind of suck because his leg rolls over the ball, but 2 foot studs high on the knee. It's hard to argue against it. A bit unfortunate, of course. Some of those don't go our way. Some of them do. It is what it is. It's a clear red. I can't really argue against it. I can talk about inconsistency referee, but not gonna waste my breath on it. Apart from that, I thought he did alright. I think it was a great sub by Flick as well. Halftime, he was impactful, but couldn't stay on long. Almo. Final third wasn't really effective. I tell you what, man, his defensive work in this game was brilliant. From that red card, I was shocked that Flick didn't bring on Casado. He brought on Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo's work rate today was sensational. His defending was immaculate. Shout to him. Eric Garcia got a freaking goal as well. Shout out to him as well, coming into the pivot. He got into the pivot ahead of Casado. It quite shocked me, to be honest. Casado did not even feature in this game. I thought he really was going to come in ahead of Eric Garcia, but Eric Garcia came in. I guess I was proven wrong by Flick. Came in, got a goal from that set piece. Defended pretty well. Got that, you know, jammy little yellow card to stop a counterattack, but all fair and love is more, so we absolutely take it. Definitely all 4 subs super impactful. Of course, Gerard Martin came in last second. Can't really talk about him. Kubarsi an assist, impactful. Fermin goal, impactful. Almost defensive work rate, impactful. Eric Garcia goal as well. Subs today were fantastic. And last but not least, of course, the manager, Hansi Flick, who tonight for me will be getting an 8 out of 10. He is the reason we won this game. Starting lineup selection, a bit questionable. Really, honestly, the Gavi selection, I think Fermin or almost should have started the game. De Jong and Araujo, don't really mind that combination. But you have to highlight Flick's in-game management. We all know the issue at halftime. He knew it as well. Did not waste any time. Wait till the hour mark. Brought on Fermin at halftime. The almost substitution was fantastic. The Eric Garcia substitution was fantastic. His in-game adjustments won us this match, plain and simple. He saw the errors and he saw the flaws in the first half, and he changed it. He is the reason we walk away from Sevilla tonight with 3 points, and for that reason he gets an 8 out of 10. Clean sheet would have pushed him up to a 9. Again, the clean sheet is not his fault. He's not the one defending. The first half was a bit poor as well. That just come down to his team selection in the end, so a little bit of constructive criticism there for Flick. But again, I want to highlight one more time, he is the reason we walk away with 3 points here, and he gets an 8 out of 10 from me. So that was a match review for Sevilla versus Barcelona in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course in the comments down below as well, let me know your thoughts on everything we did discuss. Main thing I want firstly, of course, it's just on the performance, your player ratings, and your manager rating as well. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time on the channel. Get in. Huge win. Take care, and Forza Barca.